Alrighty, partners and customers alike. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the partner world. I want to thank you for your time. My name is Dante White, and I am joined here today by happyfox. I'm very excited to bring the latest and greatest in the technology innovations to all of the partners of RingCentral, and also customers and tech advocates alike. As I said, I am joined here today by happyfox. I've got my good friend Leo Guerrera Hershey, Customer Success and Sales Manager over at happyfox. If you would, Leo, greet everybody.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Leo from the happyfox team, and as Dante said, we're really happy to have you here on board with us today. Thank you for your time, and we hope that you enjoy the presentation.
Yep. Once again, thanks for your time to reiterate that. But most importantly, you're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for your customers. As we know, the technology space changes very rapidly, and to be on the latest and greatest is very important. Not only for you as a business to sell to your customers, but for you as a business to use as well. I see a lot of great value in working with happyfox. They're one of our premium partners here in the ISV community. We'll go over what that looks like if you have integrations to build of your own towards the end of the presentation. But the native integration that happyfox has built for RingCentral is a very smooth, streamlined technology for help desk. And we'll get this kicked off here. So first of all, we'll be talking about the state of the market. Gartner recently published a study talking about cloud as a whole. And by 2020, more than 50% of global enterprises are going to be using a cloud technology, and really an all-in cloud technology. Obviously, if you're a RingCentral partner already, or if you're interested in becoming a RingCentral partner, we are a fully hosted solution. We were born in the cloud. That is where we reside and where we will always reside. happyfox is also cloud-based technology as well. So the beautiful part about that is you're going to be above the curve and also able to do business wherever you need to. Businesses are stretching across the nation, across the globe. So always important to kind of look at that. Digging a little bit deeper, you can see this, the Gartner quadrant that they have on UC spending. Cloud-based technology and telephony is actually growing at a quite rapid pace. So is video support services, cloud-based conferencing. What we're using here today, RingCentral Webinars, is also part of the product suite that we sell. We have a native meeting technology that's also part of the platform too. If you're a partner, this is no news to you. If you're interested in it, let's talk a little bit more about what RingCentral has to offer you, your customers. When you look at the total addressable market of the United States, it's about $25 billion, and that's assuming that every seat is about $20. So the opportunity is very massive if you do business globally. RingCentral does. So if you have customers abroad, if you yourself do business abroad, we have the ability to support that. The marketplace actually doubles, almost triples when you add in that global piece of it. You can see respectively where each one of those hoppers reside. 8 billion in small business all the way to 13 billion in enterprise businesses. RingCentral is going to help you partner and go to market. If you don't know UCaaS very well, if you don't know RingCentral very well, we will assign a subject matter expert for every opportunity that you bring to the table. So seeing that market opportunity, you can tell that it's a very lucrative time to hop into UCaaS if you haven't already, or really to kind of put the pedal to the metal. happyfox integration is just one of several that we have, and you're able as a partner to sell both technologies. So it's a win-win scenario for you, a win-win scenario for any customer on the line, because it really streamlines things. When you look at the actual penetration rate of what the market's doing today, it's about 5 to 10% respectively. RingCentral itself makes up a quarter of all cloud UCaaS deployments today. So looking back at the total addressable market, there was $25 billion available. And once again, only 5 to 10% is actually being utilized. So we've got a lot ahead of us here. There's a lot of runway to get after. taking a sneak peek at the RingCentral Connect platform. We have over 1,000 integrations and 10,000 developers. On that ticker on the left-hand side, you can see a couple of the cool ones that we got: GitHub, Jira, MailChimp, Box, happyfox, no CRM. So, the possibilities are endless. Once again, towards the end of the presentation, I'll kind of break down what the tiers look like if you have integrated technologies that you want to build, or if you have even a technology that isn't available on the marketplace. We can talk a little bit more about what it takes to build an integration here for the RingCentral platform itself. There's several APIs available. It's not just an API, but you can look at connecting voice, you can look at connecting fax, text messaging, if you want to go to data and configuration, also do DL assignment, call recording, and voicemails, which is native to the platform. happyfox actually has an integration. Part of their integration is being able to access call recordings too, so it's really nice for that type of thing, as well as call logs. And then also in the future, conferencing like we're using here today in meetings is also going to be part of that API integration and availability. When you're looking at integration benefits for yourself, for your customers, there's a couple of things that you definitely want to look at, and what customers and people alike are looking for. Return on investment, customer satisfaction, increased productivity, and performance insights. Obviously, there's going to be outlay of capital funds, so we want to make sure that the dollars are there, and also we want it to do what it's supposed to do and really make things better for the customer, make it better for your clients, make it easier, make some extra money, and then also, obviously put yourself as a business head and shoulders above the rest of the competitors out there. Return on investment, very straightforward. You want to be able to use an out-of-the-box integration to scale your administration, reduce training and time of cost. Headcount for businesses is very expensive, so you want it to also be very intuitive and user-friendly. Obviously, RingCentral is very user-friendly. Leo's going to show you a brief demo and kind of a click-through on happyfox later when he gets to his part of the presentation, and you'll see that their technology is also built the same as ours, very customer-friendly, very centric to that, and you're going to get a return on investment much quicker, too. If you follow me on LinkedIn, if that's how you found this webinar, I've really been pushing that customer experience, that CX, if you will. It's a big part of what businesses are going to be doing in 2019. Everybody has always pushed for that because that's part of what you do as a business, but you're going to start seeing a really big pull into that omni-channel environment. So what is it like for a customer? And with a technology like happyfox integrated with RingCentral, that's where that comes down to, is that satisfaction element. For somebody to call in and for the agent to be able to know exactly what's going on with that particular issue with that customer, to see some history there is key. It's hard to diffuse certain situations when customers might be upset, but it's much easier when they don't have to retell the story. Productivity as well, as I mentioned earlier, employees are expensive. You want to get the most out of them as possible, and so productivity is key. happyfox enables you to do that. When coupled with RingCentral, it's easy to administer, it's easy to use. You're not having to shift back and forth between two different screens and really find out what's going on. The technologies talk to each other, so you don't have to type the information in one area, then turn around and put it into another area. So streamlining workflows is a very big part of what technologies like this can do for you, for your business, for your clients and customers alike. So once again, thanks for your time. It's very important that we all kind of spend a little bit of extra time and look at the bigger opportunity outside of just UCaaS itself, and look what you can do as a business to help yourself become more agile and more advantageous to use out there. Performance insights is obviously another part of what it does too. So you can see some integrative technologies that are going to give you real-time analytics. Your most effective channels, like I said, omni-channel is a huge part of what businesses are doing and are going to continue to do in 2019. So having the ability to have the same data through Facebook Messenger or Twitter as you would through somebody calling into the call queue, and using the contact center is a big part of that. Having agents have the ability to answer questions on both platforms, and so you don't have to be passed around. It's really a big part of that performance insight, and also on the data and omni-channel level. Real quick, I'll go over what our integration types are like. We've got a few of them: embedded communications, automation and integration, business insights, and team collaboration. See happyfox right down there in the middle. We've got a couple other ones: Zoho, Dropbox. And it's really, once again, just about streamlining communications. It's about increasing the return on investment, and also helping your clients by building these integrations. So screen pops when someone calls in. Once again, you're going to see it pop up. It's going to have their customer information. You can say, "Hey, Dante, I see you're calling. Looks like you registered for Dante's information download. Is that why you're calling here today?" And then having some additional insights on that client or customer is huge. So we'll showcase that here in a little bit. And before I pass it off to Leo, I want to help and arm you as partners understand how you uncover these opportunities, how you help guide your clients in their technology strategy. So really understanding what applications are used by their business, or even in their industry as a whole. You know, if you're seeing some economies of scale on certain businesses, you know, helping build that value by suggesting something like a happyfox for them, for suggesting something like a Dropbox or a Zoho, because you're starting to see those technologies being widely used across the industry. Also asking what the process is about the integration. What is it going to take to do that? Obviously, they'd have to have the other technology. Some of these are natively built here at RingCentral. Some of them are custom integrations. We can talk about that a little bit later as well. And then also, you know, understanding what they expect from the integration is key. You want to be able to sell it and allow the customer to know what exactly is going to happen when they get it. That way they're happy with what they get and not apprehensive towards it. Obviously, we can build more integrations, not only through yourself or through our RingCentral's professional services. So we'll touch on that very briefly towards the end. And the last thing before I hand it off to Leo is remember that if there isn't an integration today with RingCentral, there likely will be one in the future, or it can be built. And since we own our platform, since we have the open APIs available to do so, if we don't have an integration, the likelihood of a competitor not having the integration is very small. As I said, we command about a quarter of the marketplace today and are continuing to grow. If you follow us on the stock market, obviously the stock market hasn't been doing very well as a general whole lately, but you can definitely see at least where we sit up against versus competitors. Having said that, I'll take a brief break and hand it over to Leo, and then we will go through that.
Awesome, Dante. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm going to allow everyone to say a quick few seconds break to catch up here, and then I'm going to get started. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get my screen ready to share with all of you. And as Dante said, my name is Leo. I'm with the happyfox team. And as you know, happyfox is a help desk. And, you know, I want to stop there for just a quick second. And majority of times when we hear the word help desk, we immediately think about IT. And quite honestly, the concept, the application itself has evolved over the years and is now widely used for many use cases, which you'll see shortly here, some of the customers that we have. Think of happyfox as basically an omni-channel cloud platform that any team out there that needs to manage communication, we're talking about teams that can be in e-commerce, teams that can be internal, like HR, payroll, any of these type of teams that need to handle communications from end users from many channels. They match the criteria for the type of customers that we help here at happyfox. So the use cases are very wide. The application itself is very flexible. The different channels that we offer, we allow customers to bring their share mailboxes so they can create tickets from emails. They allow them to create web widgets they can install into their websites, and customers or end users can quickly interact with a mini form and submit a ticket. We allow them to use an API so they can use their own custom forms as well and submit tickets that way. Social media, Twitter, Facebook, all of those integrations are possible. So again, it's easier for your teams to keep all this communication centralized in one single platform, so they can stay organized. They can make sure that they are not dropping the ball and have all the dots connected for every interaction they have with an end user. And obviously, telephony, and that's why we're here today. So I'm going to share this with you guys here at happyfox. We actually use RingCentral. They're part of our software stack to do our day-to-day. So we use RingCentral for our telephony and for our meetings as well. So every time someone books a demo with us, that is it. We're using the RingCentral meeting tool as well. And that's the whole idea with this meeting today. It's just showing you the ability to have these tools working together is amazing. So that's what we are. And, one of the things that creates a little bit of fear sometimes when we tell customers we are an omni-channel platform, they immediately tend to, kind of get a little tense, like, oh my God, I can connect chat, social media. That sounds like a lot of work. That is what makes the difference with us. With happyfox, we've been in the market for 6 years, and I tell you, we're going strong. During the past 6 years, what we're doing is focusing and making sure that we're building a platform that is strong, that is robust, that has the right integrations, yet is easy to work with on a day-to-day and to manage from an administrative perspective. So when you present a tool to your customers that way, trust me, it opens the door in a huge way. It's not just powerful, but it's the fact that I'm telling you right now, you will be up and running in no time, and it will be easy. It means that you won't have to be spinning in circles, reading a bunch of forums, reading a bunch of articles to be able to understand how to work with that tool. It won't be a headache. It will be an actual tool that your team and you will love to implement and use on a daily basis. I want to mention that, as a matter of fact, is the statement that makes us popular. I've set those 3 logos in there because I want you guys after this call to go into those respective sites and see the reviews that we have online. That's where you truly get to see what people think about happyfox, and it's awesome, right? You'll see a lot of positive interaction there. G2 Crowd, since 2017, we've been a high performer. PC Mag, for the past 3 years, we've been editor's choice on help desk. And GetUp as well. Since 2017, we've been a category leader, and we continue to do that. Our customers, when we bring them on board and we have them up and running, it's very satisfying to hear them saying, wow, this is awesome, we really like it. And then they go and give us reviews, and that opens the door to other customers to see a non-biased opinion of the application, right? So in terms of who we help, and as I mentioned just a moment ago, the use cases are unlimited. We're talking about, like I said, customer service, like e-commerce, toy makers like Leapfrog, for instance. We have internal teams, and this is a very popular use case. Universities have, IT teams, facility teams, marketing teams, HR, payroll, account payable. Again, the use cases are unlimited. And this is possible because the flexibility that the platform offers to set your help desk, to accommodate the way that you need your data to travel through every ticket request and through the work process that your team will put into to resolve these inquiries. I'm quickly sharing some of those logos, guys. We do work with large companies to medium-sized and small businesses. There is a fit for everyone in happyfox. Is very user-friendly. Depending on the customer's needs, we have an onboarding and success team that will help customers, and that's the other point of why we're known in the market out there. Is also the fact of the involvement that we have with our customers and the way how we help them to come on board and utilize the platform. So I'm actually going to shift away from the PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to quickly show you directly inside the application. I love doing this. This is, as a matter of fact, what I do in every single one of my demos. I go directly into the app so that people can see how I interact with it, how easy it is. And again, I want to show you as a help desk, I want you to think about all these different channels, right, that will be creating tickets. So I want you to notice on the navigation bar, again, as an administrator, you have the flexibility to separate tickets into different folders or categories. You'll be able to create your own custom workflows. So customers at each use case, they get to choose how they want to operate, how they want to keep track of the progression through their data. So that's the point. We give them an application that is flexible enough to meet all their use cases. We even give them at a personal level the ability to create custom lists so they can group tickets and easily find them. The UI itself is amazingly simple to work with. So again, even training your employees in this application will take no time. And that's what Dante mentioned. How much time are you willing to put into so they can learn an application that they might not even like, right? That's the point. We're building a software app that is easy to onboard, easy to train, and easy to maintain. All the communication, as I mentioned, that's the main goal of the application. Just make sure that all the communication that your teams is managing is centralized into a single place. So as you can tell, the UI is amazingly simple. We have powerful features like auto assignment for large teams. So when tickets come in, administrators can set a simple rule to automatically start sending those tickets over to the appropriate team members. We have the ability to create canned responses so their techs or agents don't waste time responding the same thing over and over. We have the ability to create reoccurring tickets. And so I'm doing this on purpose. And I don't want to get into in depth here, but I'm doing this on purpose. I'm showing you the admin menu because I want you to notice the simplicity, right? Admins can come in, set their categories, their folders, customize their statuses, invite their agents, set their canned responses, add rules to automate processes. And if I show you, I'm going to quickly show you just one of those items, which is always something that we all very curious about, right? Wait a minute, can I build automation with this platform? How does it work? What does it take to build this? Do I need to know some sort of programming language? No. If you notice the UI, even from an administrative perspective, it's really easy. We walk them through the process. It's nice and easy for you to program the system to auto-close tickets if the customer doesn't respond, or send a follow-up email to make sure that the customers are getting back with you, etc. So all of this is possible. Telephony, which I'm going to show you in a moment, we're very excited in the way how we build the integration with RingCentral. And it's, again, another way to keep your teams focused and organized. In regards to teams, and I want to spend a second here, one of the things that we pride ourselves is that not only the UI is easy, but we in-app give you the tools to train your teams. So as an administrator, as a manager, the burden of having to hire somebody new and they come in and show them the tool and know how to operate so they don't make mistakes, that's not on you. They have the ability to, in-app, we have happyfox University, a place where they can go in, watch mini video tutorials. They're super short, to the point. We hate long, boring tutorials. So that's what we've done here at happyfox. We want to make sure that the UI is easy, but also we provide the tools for those users so they can become power users that can easily get onboarded into the system. Along with all this, I want to mention that the metrics that they'll be able to learn from all these different type of tickets is amazing. They'll be able to start learning about their trends, the items that might be creating some hot spots they can address. These metrics that you see in happyfox are real-time data. You don't have to wait until midnight or on top of the hour to refresh, and as a business owner to learn what are the different type of tickets that your team is getting today and how they're being created. Are they being created because you're getting a lot of emails, you're getting a lot of incoming calls, you're using the API to generate some of those tickets, or your teams are manually creating them, or customers are going into your knowledge-based modules? So that's another feature that we provide. Your customers will be able to create what is called a support portal where their end users can go in, search for answers, submit tickets if needed. So again, it's a very easy to use tool. Even if you notice right here in the reporting purpose or reporting module, we give you the ability to quickly dissect your data in any angle that you want. If you want to get a heat map in terms of how many tickets you're getting for the different categories at a daily basis, right? So you have an idea what are the days and the hours that you get the most interactions. So you hire the right amount of people and you bring on a schedule the right amount of people to cover all those interactions. Now, I mentioned earlier I didn't want to get into too much detail, but I am going to show you a quick video on what we've done with RingCentral, which to us, this is key, right? We've built this on purpose with the way that your technicians, agents, if you want to call them that way, have the ability to operate all within the app. So if you notice, I paused the video really quick. The soft phone is inside happyfox. They don't need to be switching back and forth into different screens. We have, through the RingCentral API, the ability to detect the phone number, so we can identify if that customer had called before or have other tickets, right? Because they might have sent an email and we have a customer profile on them. So all those connected dots, right, allows us as agents to be able to make a decision when we get an inbound call, for instance, to say, I want to add this call into an existing ticket because the customer is calling to get feedback on that, or maybe create a brand new ticket for them. So the process of utilizing RingCentral inside happyfox is super simple. As they engage with the soft phone, they'll be able, as you can tell, to add private notes inside a ticket so they can quickly describe what's going on with the customer. They'll be able to interact with custom fields. That's another beauty. Within happyfox, we allow you to build your own custom fields to aggregate enough metadata, and all of that is reportable. And more importantly, I'm going to pause here for a second. As those calls are completed, Santa mentioned earlier, we give you the ability to have those MP3 files added as part of the audit trail and the ticket. So if you stop there for a second and you think about what I just showed you, the ability for that agent to create that ticket, to collect enough data on that client, and have the recording so that they can go back into the ticket and re-listen to the call again later on, or have one of their managers, or maybe it's a development team that wanted to hear the conversation from the client so they know what to do, how to fix the problem. So again, that's the beauty. That's what we're trying to achieve with this type of integrations, as Dante mentioned, is connecting all of these different platforms so that your teams have an easy time managing these inquiries. This is incredibly powerful. If you think about it, you're now through happyfox Help Desk, will have the ability that if you have share mailboxes, all of those can create tickets. Incoming calls through the RingCentral module, you'll be able to receive those calls inside happyfox, or make outbound calls as well. And that is absolutely possible. Directly from my ticket, if I needed to follow up back with a client, I can just simply click to dial and bring the RingCentral phone interaction again inside the ticket. Social media interaction, all of that is possible so that your teams, again, stay organized. And then the beauty with all that, as I mentioned just a second ago, is being able to learn, being able to, as a business owner, as a manager, run reports, understand what are the most critical items or the most persistent items out there that come back to us so that we can put solutions in place to avoid so many inquiries if needed, right? So that's what happy. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry to interject. Earlier I saw you could SMS too, right? So not only
that is
phone
correct.
Call, send a text.
That is
okay.
correct.
And just to chime in on that omni-channel thing, texting is becoming a huge part of how businesses communicate with customers. Obviously, in my generation, I'm one of those millennials everybody loves so much. Texting is pretty much what I do all the time. Even my boss, you can ask him, I'll text him before I call him. And so it's cool for technology like this to not only get back to the customers via phone, but also through text and also through other omni-channels too, like the social media that Leo was just talking about.
That is exactly right, Antti. And so, inside a ticket, we give you that possibility. If you are doing a reply, you're basically replying to them via email from, say, a general support email address, like support@mycompany.com. But also, if you do have the phone number and a client, you have the ability to send a quick response to them via SMS. So the possibilities out there are pretty awesome in regards to how you can interact back with that client. So I'm going to quickly, to wind down the presentation, mention, guys, this is a cloud-based app. So your teams, and we have customers all over the world. And actually clients that have teams divided in Asia, Europe, here in the States. So the ability of having this application in the cloud is great. They just need an internet connection and modern browser. They'll be able to log in, start attending to their tickets. And as a matter of fact, that's us. We have teams in Europe, in Asia, here in the States, and that's how tickets will come in, because our own customers can raise tickets sometimes, asking questions and whatnot. That's how our teams, even though we're distributed globally, we all interact together and make sure that our customers are receiving the necessary attention, so they are happy customers. Because you're in the partner space, I want to quickly mention before I wind down, we offer 4 different plans, very flexible in terms of pricing, no gimmicks in terms of pricing either. We don't lure customers with a low price and then get them by charging add-ons or anything like that. We're pretty straightforward. Depending on their necessities or use cases, each plan might be a better suitable position or plan for them. We disclose all the features that are included in each plan. Onboarding and training is included in all our plans. Support is included as well. In support, they can either review the knowledge base that we have available, raise tickets, or even chat with my team in real time, so they get solutions right on the spot. So further information can be seen through our website, happyfox.com. Also, Dante has shared my contact information previously, but we will share the recording with all the contact details. I want to encourage you, if you have customers that have these type of needs, that you hear them saying, we struggle, we have so many points of contacts, social media, email, web forms, and it's hard for us to keep everything controlled into a single place. This is it. We're talking about happyfox as the right tool for those customers. With this said, Dante, I'm going to pass it back to you, and if you have any questions, we can go ahead and address those at this point.
Very cool. Yeah, we had one question come across during the middle of your presentation, and it was, is happyfox similar to HubSpot?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, now HubSpot has a CRM platform, and they also deployed a desktop module. So in the desktop side, we're somewhat similar. We are a more, instead of an add-on, we're a full-blown help desk. But in the CRM side, it's slightly different, right? CRM and help desk, 2 different platforms. They have a lot of similarities, so we have a lot of people that get confused about that. CRM more on the sales side type of thing, help desk more in terms of controlling communication, customer service type of platform.
Yeah, and to add to Leo's answer is, HubSpot, they do a lot of different things. happyfox only does help desk, so they're experts in that field. The other part of it for the customers on the line and also for the partners on the line is HubSpot does not natively integrate with RingCentral, whereas happyfox does. So you have the ability to bring additional value to your customers. Your customers or any customers online also have additional value because now they've got 2 technologies that talk to each other. And that's the main reason for webinars like this, is to really understand the bigger picture and understand that there's a huge opportunity ahead of you for selling multiple technologies that do integrate. There's a lot of technologies out there that will do similar things, but definitely want to create that business case and create those economies of scale and make everything easier. One thing, or a couple different things that I wanted to recap on too during Leo's presentation, it was cool, is how quick it was to get this spun up. It looked very simple to do it. I'm not, the most technologically savvy on that side of the fence, actually setting things up, but it looked like even someone like myself could do. You said you had some customer success partners that you could help get involved if it's more of a custom integration and things. So that was really cool. Obviously, omni-channel is something that I've been pushing a lot during this sequence, as well as Just in the general forum and talking with my partners, RingCentral recently purchased a platform called Demelo. We have a product set called RingCentral Engage, and it's just another piece of that omni-channel environment. Someone calls in, someone texts you, someone sends a fax to you for whatever reason, or even gets you on social media. You have the ability now to contact them any way that you or your customer desires, and also have the ability to have that information at the fingertips of everybody. Also saw some great labels that you guys have. So not just an SMB play, just like RingCentral, we're both upmarket capabilities, Leapfrog, Lowe's, St. Mary's. RingCentral does a lot in the SLED, state and local government space as well. So that's a great opportunity. One of the partners out there also asked, is there account mapping available, Leo? So do you guys work with the ability to work with partners on account mapping with them? I don't think you guys have a fully flushed program for partners yet, do you?
We don't. No, we don't. So we're pretty flexible. We'll be open to talk and seeing what ways we can obviously work together.
Yep. RingCentral does offer account mapping with each one of our partners. So since we have a tight relationship with happyfox and a couple of the other ISC vendors as well, would be happy to sit down with any partner and talk about account mapping in your territory, talk about what would it take to get another partnership involved, like a happyfox if you're looking to go that route, or a Zapier or Workato. So that's a great question that was asked there too. Before I wrap it up here today, I wanted to touch on two more things. I'd be remiss if I didn't. Anybody on the line that is interested in becoming an ISV partner, please reach out to myself or also a member of the ISV team if you're already speaking with them. We have a couple of different tiers, authorized, premier, and elite. So each one of those packages gives the ability to have a little bit different of a marketable differentiation against competitors. Obviously you're going to be going to market with a leading technology partner. Leo was talking about the awards and accolades they win. Obviously, we also win quite a bit amount of awards as well. Gartner, Frost & Sullivan, IHS Marquette. Actually, that was a customers of yours, wasn't it, Leo?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay, I thought I saw their logo up there too. And then also a referral program too. So there's lots of different benefits for becoming an ISV partner at RingCentral if you have that want or that desire. Lastly, before we close, I wanted to remind all the partners out there in Partnerland, 3x spiff is still in effect. So any business that you close in the next few days is eligible for a 3x spiff if you are on that compensation plan. Talk to me if you've got a deal last minute. We are going to be offering an additional bonus for qualifying leads and opportunities, but you'll have to reach out to me to get more details on that. Pretty big things. And then also, don't forget to join us here in the Bahamas. Time's ticking. We've got a couple of days left. I would love to be partying on the beach with some of my partners. So let's make that possible, folks. All right, just checking to see if there's any more questions. All right, looks like Mario was just looking for a demo. All right, I'll hold tight here for just a quick second to see if anyone else has any questions. Yep. And yes, the webinar itself is being recorded, so you will be able to access this via various different channels. I'll promote that via email as I have been doing, and also via LinkedIn where you can find that information. Typically, I'll make it available via Glip. So if you're not on Glip, download Glip for free, glip.com, glip.com. Also should be available via YouTube as well. All right, cool. Once again, thank you everybody for your time. I appreciate it. I know it's pretty tough to get through things like this in between holidays. So once again, I do appreciate the time and the investment that you're making as a customer or a partner. Everybody have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, everyone.